Please tell me your nationality and country of residence. Please state if you are a student pilot or, if you are a qualified pilot, please tell me the type of license that you hold. Please tell me the total flight hours experience that you have. Please describe how you are preparing for a flight within the time scale of 2 minutes. You are the commander of an aircraft on short final for runway 09. You have received your landing clearance. When you see an aircraft ahead which has just landed and has not vacated the runway in use, please give an example of your call to ATC. Use any call sign you wish. What sort of damage can bird strikes do to an aircraft? How can such bird strike incidents be reduced? Describe the last flight you had, giving as many details as you can about that flight. Using the ICAO phonetic alphabet, please read the following groups of letters. Using the ICAO rules for transmission of numbers, please read aloud the following numbers with the appropriate pronunciation. Please read aloud the following information. Listen to the following transmission and please take notes. You'll be asked 2 questions about the transmission.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Alphaville approach. Tango X-ray 459. We are very low on fuel due to fuel leak. 1 engine shut down. Flight level 230. 10 miles north of Tango 1. Heading to Alphaville for emergency landing.
What is the emergency? What action is the commander of Tango X-ray 459er taking?
Sun City approach. Charlie Papa Alpha 18. I have intercepted a Mayday from Uniform Papa Charlie X-ray Alpha. I say again, Uniform Papa Charlie X-ray Alpha. PA 38. 1 engine shut down and major fuel leaks. Request emergency landing and fire services. 12 miles northwest of Sun City Airport. Altitude 2,000 feet. Heading 140 PPL, 2 persons on board.
Please explain in plain English the pilot's message. Please give a possible reason why Charlie Papa Alpha 18 is relaying the distress message to Sun City approach. Please describe what you see in this picture. In your opinion, do more delays occur to aircraft on the ground or in the air? And what actions should airport management, airlines and ATC take to reduce the number of delays on the ground? Describe what is happening to the landing aircraft. Listen to the following transmissions from ATC and read back the required information. Your call sign will be displayed on the screen.
Baby 1014, climb flight level 60.
Read back.
F1 2040, turn left heading 020. 1655, contact Amsterdam radar 12487.
The next part of the test, you will hear a short report from the FAA. Please take notes because you will be asked 3 questions concerning the report. FAA report. Approximately half of all communications by pilots and controllers in the US include at least one communication error. This fact clearly is a serious risk to flight safety. Communication errors are often the cause of operational errors, pilot deviations, air miss reports, incidents, and accidents. ATC were found to have often left out keywords that relate to frequency, airspeed, or approach or departure instructions. Pilots often only partially read back ATC instructions involving heading, radio frequency, and airspeed. Some pilots also group heading, airspeed, and radio frequency numerical information. To reduce the frequency of operational errors, pilot deviations, and air misreports, it is clear that pilots and controllers must use standard ICAO phraseology and plain language to follow correct operational procedures and practices. What is the approximate percentage of air traffic pilot communications in the US which include at least one error? What are the main risks to flight safety when non-standard radio phraseology is used? Tell me about your own experiences of poor communications with air traffic. What recommendations would you make to improve air traffic pilot communications? Listen to the conversation between ATC and aircraft call sign 1584. Please explain the problem.
From the 1584, do you have any indication that the ILS might be acting up on the 06?
I know that we're working on the ILS, but it should be a Cat 1, so...
Okay, well, will you have intermittent indication of the ILS, as in it disappears completely occasionally? The ident, however, is stable.
Okay, we'll pass it on.
Thank you.
Please explain the problem. You are about to receive verbal instructions concerning de-icing procedures at Zurich Airport. Listen carefully and take notes, because you will be asked 5 separate questions regarding the procedures. De-icing procedure. All aircraft departing from Zurich are planned for remote de-icing, except for pre-de-icing of aircraft which have been parked overnight or by decision of the de-icing coordinator. The de-icing methods can be one of the following: de-icing on request, or general de-icing as published or broadcast by ATIS. For de-icing on request, crew shall call de-icing coordination on 130.37 and request de-icing at least 15 minutes before estimated time of departure. Crew will be informed about the de-icing procedures expected, either on stand or remote de-icing. For general de-icing, as published or broadcast by ATIS, no special request is required. Crew shall check with de-icing coordination on 130.37 which de-icing procedure is expected, either on stand or remote de-icing. Which aircraft are not normally planned for remote de-icing? Please state the 2 de-icing methods available at Zurich Airport. What is the radio frequency for de-icing coordination? What are the 2 de-icing procedures available at Zurich Airport? Please describe in as much detail as possible what you see in this diagram. Please name the parts of the aircraft numbered 1 to 13. For the next part of the test, you will receive information concerning an occurrence. Please listen carefully and take notes. During approach into a foreign airport, at altitude 3,300 feet, you requested ATC to fly overhead the field to visually position left base for runway 21. This was approved by ATC, who told you that you are number 1 and cleared to land. When you are over the airport at 1,500 feet, a military jet fighter was observed in your 11 o'clock position. A few seconds later, a TCAS resolution advisory was received on board your aircraft. You informed ATC, who after a moment told you that you were number 2 to land. Instructions to the jet fighter were in the local language, which you did not understand. Please give an example of your verbal report to your operations manager concerning this occurrence on your return to your home base. Listen to the following extract concerning distress messages. The distress message, or Mayday call. Mayday is the anglicized spelling of the French phrase m'aider, which means help me. The distress message is the absolute top priority call. It has priority over all others, and the word Mayday should force everyone else into immediate radio silence. Please give 3 examples of situations that would justify making a Mayday call.